Alrighty, you have a wood star in your kit, and we're going to make a star door hanger. So what you want to do is you want the biggest brush you can find. So I have this guy. You're going to need your acrylic paint. I'm pouring mine again. We're going to start with white, and we are going to paint a base coat. This part's going to go really, really fast. So get your white paint, big brush, star. I have on an art apron. We're using acrylic paints. They do not wash off of clothes. I have my tablecloth down. I have some rinse water. I have paper towels for wiping my hands and for cleaning my brushes, and I'm ready to go. I always forget this one. I have a blow dryer, okay? So you are going to, I like to hold this in my hand to do this part because I start with the edges. So I'm gonna go all the way around. It's harder to do this on the table because you can't really see it, but you're gonna go all the way around the points of the star and you're gonna paint the inside. Once you have that done, you're gonna go ahead and just paint the top of it. So let me move the camera down so you can see better. I am just going to put a coat of white all over the top of this, and then I'm gonna blow dry it. So make sure you don't have any like chunks of paint because those don't dry well. Just back and forth like you're sweeping with nice smooth motion. So do your edges, do your white, blow dry it, and we'll be back. All right, my white has been blow dried. It's not done super well because it's just a base coat. I actually have the same paintbrush. I didn't even wash it. I have the yellow and the blue. So you should have yellow and blue in your kit. You can dip right in or you can pour them. I am definitely gonna pour mine because I want to mix. And so I'm gonna squeeze that in there. So now what I wanna do is with the yellow and the orange, I'm gonna dip and dip. They're mixed on my brush. That's too orange, but I'm okay with that. I'll add more yellow to it. I am going to cover my second coat of my star. I'm gonna get it all on there. Now, when I first started, I felt like I had too much yellow in my brush. And so I have, not too much yellow, too much orange. So I actually, when I dipped again, I just dipped right into the yellow instead of having both the yellow and the orange, okay? Not gonna rinse my brush. Got my second coat done. This time I didn't do my edges because my edges are already done. I'm gonna shut off the camera because you don't wanna watch me blow dry. That's very, very boring. And I'm going to blow dry my star and then we'll be back for the next part. Okay, my star is completely dry. I actually ended up in some places doing 3 coats of paint. You may have been wondering why there was a toothbrush in your bag. And so you need to now go get this toothbrush and then you can choose your colors. You can do white, any color really that you want to do. I'm going to start with purple. I'm going to squirt some purple out and I am going to take my brush and I'm going to splatter paint. And the way I splatter paint is my brush, the bristles right here, I put them so they are facing. This is the back of the brush. This is the part that goes on my teeth and it's facing my piece. The tip is pointing towards my belly. My finger takes like this, see I'm wiggling it, and I am going to flick paint onto my piece, okay? So I'm gonna move this so you can see a little bit better while I flick. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Come right here, all right. So I'm dipping my brush in the purple paint, just the tip of the bristles. I don't need a huge amount, but I do need to at least fill it. Ready, set, holding it, and flicking. Woohoo! Okay, now that's plenty of purple for me. I'm going to now rinse the brush in my water. This is really important. Once I've rinsed it, it has to be really, really dry. So this is when I get that paper towel and I use my art muscles and I really make sure it's dry. Now the next color I am gonna use is gonna be white. So I'm dipping it, I've got white in my brush and I'm gonna flick. Okay, I like that. That was plenty. Brush goes back in the water. Rinse, rinse, rinse. I think that I will do a blue. So I have got to pour some blue. This will probably be my last color, although I can still think about it and make changes. So I'm dipping my brush. I've got blue, maybe a little too much. Ooh, I like the way that looks. And so I make my star splattery, and it looks a little bit like a galaxy kind of painting, which, by the way, this is a really fun way to do a galaxy painting. We have one more canvas to do. We're gonna do an alien canvas. And so on the alien canvas, if you wanna flip, you can save your toothbrush for that. All right, I'm done with my toothbrush. Don't put this in your mouth now. This is now a toothbrush that just needs to come back in the box to Miss Melanie. So that box has to come back because you have to bring me your pottery back. So just bring the toothbrush back with you. I like to reuse them. I probably have about a dozen here. All right, there is my star with all of the splatter. And now I am gonna grab a darker color of paint. So a black is a really good color to grab, squeezing a little bit, and I'm gonna get a skinny brush. So skinny brush, I have a very long tip. I'm weird, if you guys have been here, you know I like to do this because it makes my brush straight, but you can do the same thing by dipping it in water and rolling it. Anytime we use acrylic paint, number one, acrylic paint doesn't come off clothes. Number two, you wanna make sure the brush is always clean and dry. So I am just gonna dip in the paint, and I am just gonna do a little outlining of my star like so. So I like to do like a line, and then I just do like some dots. Line and some dots. You could even do dots all the way around it if you wanted to. But that's what that looks like. And so I'm gonna finish off my star by doing that. Sometimes I like to do other things. So if you like to put like fancy words and things on it, if you wanna hang this in your room, for example, it might be really cool. I'm just gonna write the word dream. So I like to write on my things sometimes. Dream is cute for a star because you know it is nighttime, but you could put something else. You could even do like your name or your initials. And then you can just set it on a shelf, or if you can get your mom or dad, you can use like a power stapler and staple a string on the back. The other thing that you can do is when you bring your pottery back to me, I can staple a hanger and I can even put a bow on it. So I just put dream on here. I don't know if I will put anything else. Oh, but I did just think of something else that would be cute. When all of this dries, it would be cute to take some white paint, and you could mix like some little nighttime clouds on there if you wanted to. So I'm just gonna see my other paint's still wet, but look, like around the word dream, if I wanted to, I could start like that. I'm just gonna do like a cloud around it. So see that? I'm just doing some loop-de-loops. Look, that just adds a little bit of extra to it, doesn't it? But anyway, so many fun things you can do. And have fun with it when you're all the way done. If you want a ribbon on it and you want a hanger on it and you want me to do it, just bring it back to the studio when you bring your pottery, that rocket plate back. If you don't want any of that, just keep it at home, or you can use a hot glue gun with a grown-up and you can make your own ribbon. Oh, I forgot, you guys should have glitter and you should have jewels in your kit. If you want to glue glitter or jewels on here, that's super cute too. Okay, hope you had fun.